Hey, what's going on, everybody? I want to say thank you for tuning in to another edition of Critical Think News, what used to be Real Talk News. This is your host, CJ. I took it upon myself to change the title name once again because I wasn't getting enough people tuning in and hearing what I have to say. Views, if you will. So I changed it back to what it used to be a while ago because I did a search and there's a lot of Real Talk News either on the channel or associated to a story, what have you. There's a bunch of them out there. So I think I was just getting stuffed down and not getting enough exposure on my work. So that's just a little channel update. I might think of something else later on, but for the time being, this is what it's going to be called. But it's still going to be the same message I've always put out there. Is giving you guys the truth, exposing the plans, what have you, at all costs. So that way you know, and don't have to hear the lies and bullshit from the corporate ran, mainstream, Mockingbird media. One other thing. I appreciate it if you like, share, and subscribe. And share what I do so that way people can get a heads up. And last but not least, I would appreciate it if you excuse the background noise. I'm making some dinner. So, I would appreciate it if you bear with me on that. That would be wonderful. Thank you. So, lockdowns are coming back. Isn't that great? That just makes me all tickled inside. Woohoo. Can't fucking wait. According to Bloomberg News, an article that came out today, Italy, 2/3 of the country and the people are set for another lockdown. Now, isn't it funny that once again, the lockdown location is Italy, which is ground zero? This is where it started off last year. Boy, that should ring bells with people. This very same country, the first location that commenced the global wide lockdown, is there once again. Hello? Is that light bulb being starting to light above your head yet? Come on now. The government, Prime Minister Mario Draghi, is weighing stringent new restrictions on as many as 2/3 of Italians, with the regions encompassing the country's largest cities possibly heading into lockdown amid a resurgence in the pandemic. The tightening would bring Italy full circle just over a year that after it became the first Western country to enter lockdown to stop the spread of CV-19. Infections that rose to a 3-month high this week after the more contagious UK strain took hold amid a slow vaccine rollout. Draghi's cabinet was due to meet at 11:30 a.m. on Friday to decide whether to automatically designate regions as high-risk red zones if they have more than 250 weekly cases per 100,000 residents, according to a draft of a new decree seen by Bloomberg. The draft is subject to change. The new decree would go into effect starting Monday and could effectively send many regions, including those surrounding Milan and Rome, into full lockdown. The restrictions will remain in force until April 6th. during the Easter holidays. Boy, talk about more sadness and agony, especially for kids. Kids love Easter. They go out getting eggs and candy and toys and prizes, all kinds of fun stuff. But nope, they probably won't get to this year. From April 3rd, 5th, all of Italy will be a red zone, except for the few areas of the least risk of contagion, according to the draft. Combined with the restrictions already in place, the new measures could mean that as many as 14 of Italy's 20 regions would be under the strictest level of controls. Bars and restaurants in these areas will be closed. Schools and many stores will be closed. And citizens will be locked and restricted to be inside their homes. In medium risk orange areas, 2 adults can visit a private home within their town once a day until April 2nd. So, they go on to tell about the vaccine campaign they're going to roll out. Doctor says we're weeks, not months away from easing public health restrictions. With daily infections reaching a 3-month high, Draghi, the former head of the European Central Bank, isn't that interesting? So he was the former head of the European Central Bank, controlling people's finances, wrecking more lives through the financial way. Now he's in a position of wrecking lives at a personal level. If you don't think they're doing it at a personal level, when you have a ruler of a country telling you people what you can and can't do, that is a personal level. Meaning, you're telling it to their face. You're not fucking with their money like being the head of the European Central Bank. You're not robbing them from the money. Hell, you're just coming out and say, hey, nope. Instead of me fucking with your money and ripping you off and raising the interest rates if you have credit cards, lines of credit, what have you. If you have savings, I'm going to take some of that. Nope, I'm going to become a ruler of a country and just tell you, ha 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 ha, to your face, you can't do shit. And if you try, well, my Goon Sky police force will stomp the resistance out of you. The former head of the bank is seeking to speed up a slack vaccination campaign to counter the pandemic and restart the economy that shrank 8.9% last year. The country registered 25,673 new cases compared to 22,409 the previous day. They have the Bloomberg virus tracker. The premier has faced objections from 2 parties in this coalition, the Anti-Migrant League led by Matteo Salvini and Slavio Berlusconi's center-right Forza Italia, which has pushed to reopen businesses, at least in some areas. Draghi on Friday at 3 will visit a vaccination center at Fiumicino Airport outside of Rome, where he is due to give a speech on containment efforts. The administration is targeting inoculations by summer for all Italians who want them. So far, 6.1 vaccine doses have been administered, with only 3% of the population fully vaccinated. The government is also working on plans to allocate about 10 billion euros, which is $12 billion in U.S. currency, to extend support for the labor market. part of a broader $32 billion euro package that the funds will be used to extend a ban on redundancies in the service sector until the end of the year, and to finance other measures including furloughs. So, there you go. As I just previously mentioned, they're going to distribute people some money back to them through a stimulus package. And they'll just get shavings or breadcrumbs of the entire price package. I mean, aren't you fucking people sick of this? I'm beyond belief tired of this game, this so-called killer virus that is propped up and pumped up by the mainstream media that's force-feed you all this garbage, lies, propaganda, and bullshit non-stop 24/7, 365, all brought apart to you by a bigwig elite shindig that occurred October 19th of 2019 called Event 201. Look into it. Then you'll see what this is truly about. And not to mention, when you have Klaus Schwab, the figurehead, the top dog for the World Economic Forum, he wrote a book, Coronavirus, the Micro Reset. And if you look at the introduction and preface page on the book, and you can look at it even on Amazon without buying it, it says that this is part of the Great Reset and Agenda 21. Now, I've heard the reports and I've seen pieces where people are catching on here in this country. Thank God. Finally. But it's about to be time a little too late, because here's why. Remember, it started in Italy and then it spread like wildfire, the lockdowns across the globe. So you can bet your bottom buck that it's going to happen here again. Especially with Brain Dead Joe running the show. That's a given. That is without a doubt on the books. Hell, he even continued championing and praising in a nonchalant way the current lockdown is already in place. And he said, if you do as we say, by the 4th of July, you can probably have a small get-together. Where's your balls at, people? Because from what I've seen for months, the European countries, the people that have resisted, have got balls of fucking steel. Where the fuck are you at? Hey, I get out and when I leave the house, I hand out flyers. I got a sign and plaster in the back of my car. I get haunted, I get dirty looks, you name it. But then I also have some people that are in agreement. It's coming. Be prepared. Be ready. I'm out.